Let's get started. Ravi, your set of three questions coming up. Kelly Jensen and Sarah Hannah Gomez are hosts of which podcast, 3,2, where they explore literature written specifically for teens? Its title, an informal greeting that includes the two-letter abbreviation of the genre they discuss, is also the title of a popular track by hip-hop duo Outkast.
Uh, what up?
Not what up, Dinesh?
Hey, yeah.
Hey, yeah, is right. It's also the first question. So, hey, yeah, to all of you. Ravi, you're next. What type of musical composition uses counterpoints of a leading melody, the dukes, and an imitative melody comes in a different voice lagging behind it? Not to be confused with a form of artillery, Parker Bell wrote a famous one of these.
Canon.
Yep, and you're off the mark with that one. Next one. Which live action miniseries from the Star Wars universe is a spin off of The Mandalorian, itself a spin off, and stars Temura Morrison as the titular bounty hunter and the newly appointed daimyo of Tatooine?
Uh,
The character name is also just accepted. Yeah.
Ahsoka?
Not Ahsoka. Passing to Rohit.
Boba Fett.
That is the right answer. Book of Boba Fett. And Dinesh, your questions. Urban Tandoor is an Indian restaurant in Bristol that advertises themselves through parodying popular songs. What is the title of this parody? It replaces a word in the original song's title with a vegetable-based accompaniment to their pav. And you will hear it now.
There's curry in my hair, there's spices everywhere. Tandoori flavor, gonna hurt me later.
Come on, Baji.
The name of the song is you're saying is Come On Baji?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll pass you on that. Nirmal?
I'm a Baji girl.
Yeah, Baji Girl. Yeah, I'm a Barbie girl. That's the name of the song. But you got one of the riffs right, I think, from the song, Dinesh. Your
I didn't
second
know
one.
those. Yeah.
Which biblical figure was used in 1874 by Hans Martin Schenker to differentiate the original group of Gnostics from other similar groups of early Christians, such as the Valentinians? It stems from the importance they placed on this third son of Adam and Eve, the brother of Cain and Abel.
Seth?
Seth is right, yeah. Good answer. And your next. What TV character completes this list? The first name of the Canadian famous for his song Hallelujah, the first name of the subject of The Aviator, the last name of the crime writer who penned Master of the Game, the first name of the actor who starred in Avara. And what is missing? Five-letter name.
Penny?
Penny is right, yeah. Nicely done. This is the cast of The Big Bang Theory. Those are the answers in that order. And Ruti, your own's coming up. Which German company uses Climacool, a fast-drying synthetic fabric known for microventilation through mesh panels for its sports apparel and jerseys?
Adidas.
Yeah. And your second one. This poster for Burn After Reading was inspired from the works of which legend of graphic design?
Base.
Yeah. So all as it is. And your third one. In 2014, UNESCO unintentionally bred resentments in Turkey, Azerbaijan, Iran, Kyrgyzstan, and Kazakhstan when they announced this food item as part of intangible cultural heritage of Armenia. What leaven flatbread baked in a tonir or a tandoor or saj is this? UNESCO later included all countries as part of this inscription.
Lavash.
Lavash is right. 3 on 3 for you. And Nirmal, your owns. The Paimio chair was designed by which Nordic architect? Seen here compared to Finlandia Hall, he was known for designing the interiors of his buildings as well and founded the furniture company Artek with his wife Aino.
Completely blanking on the name. Pass.
Passing to Dolly.
Saarinen.
Not Sarinen. Dinesh?
Alto.
Alto is right, yeah. Alvar and Aino Altos. And Nirmal, you're next. Transit cards around the world have design features that pay tribute to their cities. Identify the city from this transit card. It is the oldest capital city of Europe.
Athens.
Yeah, quickly put away. And the last one for the round. In which podcast 2,3,4 by Penguin Classics does the host Henry Elliott travel to a different literary location to explore a book in the company of a reader? It is only appropriate it takes its name from a 1950s classic inspired by its writer's travels.
On the road.
It is On the Road. Ravi, back with you. Bungo Stray Dogs is an anime where the main characters are all authors, with their abilities drawing parallels to the author's works. Which Canadian author has the power to create an alternate reality known as Anne's Room, where people are imprisoned? Helpful visual there.
Forgotten. Atwood.
Not Atwood. Roti? Passing to Nirmal
Pass.
and to Dinesh.
Montgomery.
Montgomery is right, yes. The work being the Anne of Green Gables. Your next one. Which Canadian company uses Nulu, a high-performance fabric developed to withstand sweaty workouts, for its outfits that are popular at yoga studios?
Pass.
Passing to Roti.
Can you just open it slightly?
Yeah, I cannot stay for too long. There you go.
Pass.
Passing you. Nirmal?
Lululemon.
Yeah, Lululemon is right.
Ayo.
And your next one. Gaspard Felix Tournachon, aka Nadar, took the first successful aerial photograph in 1958 using what vehicle? While modern variants are generally constructed using nylon, the first operational one was made of burlap.
Hot air balloon.
Yeah. And Dinesh, yours. The Sahel, the semi-arid region between the Sahara Desert and the Savannah, has seen the rise and fall of several empires. Which state was established by Sani Ali in 1430 with Gao as its capital? This empire fell in 1591 following its defeat to the Saadis of Morocco in the Battle of Tondibi.
Songdai.
Could you say that again?
Songdai.
Not that, Roti.
Pass.
Passing to Ravi.
Songhai, I think.
Yeah, it's called Songhai, I'm afraid, not Songdai. Nice steal there. Pay careful attention. Dinesh, you're next. Andrew Cunningham and Craig Getting are hosts of which podcast where they go through their backlog to discuss popular titles listeners have been long meaning to read. Its title does not reflect the status of the host's library finds.
Overdue.
Overdue it is. And your third question. The F-51 chair was designed by which European architect? Seen here compared to the Bauhaus School building, he made the chair for the director's office, which he occupied before Hans Meyer and Ludwig Mies van der Rohe.
Gropius.
Yeah, it is Gropius. And Roti, yours coming up. What is the title of this parody by Urban Tandoor? You can arrive at it by replacing a word or two of the original song's title with the item they sing about. Flat, crispy, flour-based discs served commonly as accompaniment or appetizer.
The one you warned me all about. Twice you said I could do without. We're in a hungry mess. I'm calling now, baby. Please.
I hope you heard it, and I can play it again if you like.
You heard it. On to pass.
Passing to Nirmal.
Pass.
Passing to Ravi.
Papa don't preach.
Well done. Yeah.
Oh, ho,
This
ho,
is
ho, ho, ho.
Papa don't preach or Papa don't preach. I mean, we'll just accept the concept.
Papri. I was thinking.
Ruti, you're next. What type of canon has the lagging voice behind the inverse of what the leading voice sings? That is, high becomes low and such. It gets its name from an object that may give you the inverse if you hold up a sheet of music to it.
Mirror.
Mirror, right. And you're next. John Singer Sargent's El Jaleo depicts a woman performing what dance form? It developed within the gitanos of Andalusia and has evolved into many forms. The painting's title is a reference to the chorus.
Flamenco.
And Nirmal, your owns. Which live action series from the Star Wars universe has been nominated for Outstanding Drama Series in the 2023 Emmy season? The spin off follows the life of the titular rebel turned thief, played by Diego Luna, during the 5 years leading up to the storyline in Star Wars and Rogue One.
Django Fett.
Not that. Roti?
Andor.
Andor is right, yeah. Doing well on the Star Wars squad. Your next, Nirmal. A collection of states, including Kano and Daura, established between the Niger River and Lake Chad by which ethnic people transformed into a major political power during the 14th century. The largest ethnic group in West Africa, their namesake language is today the most spoken after Arabic in the Afro-Asiatic language family.
Bantu.
Not Bantu. Ruti?
Yoruba.
Not Yoruba. Ravi?
Igbo.
Not Igbo. Dinesh?
Hausa.
Hausa is right, I think. At this point,
Thanks
this
for
is
eliminating
elimination.
everything
Yeah. Helps sometimes to be at the back of the pack. And Nirmal, your last one for the round. What TV character completes this list? The pen name of the creator of Little Lulu, the pet name of Britain's Iron Lady, the presumed author of the Iliad and the Odyssey, the subject of the Louvre's most visited painting, and the four-letter answer we're looking for.
Bart.
Is right. Together form The Simpsons. Back to you, Ravi. The poster design for Clockers was ripped off by Spike Lee from which Saul Bass film poster? You can broadly look at this.
Vertigo.
Not Vertigo. Nirmal.
Pass.
Passing to Roti.
Pass.
And to Dinesh all the way.
Us.
Clockwork Orange.
Not
I never
Clockwork Orange.
heard of.
So first
Pick up.
X of a game. This is
Pick up.
Anatomy of a Murder. So that's how they dissect and show it there. Okay. Your next one. Which faith was started by a Sasanian who declared himself as the final prophet after Zoroaster, Buddha, and Jesus Christ? His eponymous faith was among the most widespread religions of the world between the 3rd and 7th centuries. Seth was an integral figure to them, believed to be the first righteous one to be snatched up by the angels.
Manichaeism?
Great answer. Or simply money would have also been accepted. The Rio rocking chair was designed by which South American architect? Seen here compared to the Niterói Contemporary Art Museum, it is part of his most famous commission, which he received in 1956.
Wow, not remember any of these names.
Looking at the chair's name should jog up your
Yeah,
memory.
yeah. Can't remember the Okay, pass.
Passing to Nirmal.
Pass.
Roti?
Niemeyer.
Niemeyer is right.
I had Neymar in my head and I was very sure it was not right.
I don't remember any of the names.
Dinesh, your three coming up. Which Japanese company uses airism, a breathable fabric with ultra thin fibers to quickly absorb and diffuse sweat for its high quality stapleware?
Kalenji.
Not Kalenji. Nirmal?
Uniqlo.
Uniqlo is right. I think you've picked up three of these so far.
Yeah, no, he got Adidas first.
Ah, right. My bad.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought Adidas was your own. Yeah. And Dinesh next. George Lawrence, famous for pioneering aerial panoramas, took this picture of a leveled San Francisco after the 1906 earthquake by suspending a camera held aloft by what objects that may be used for studying weather or flown for leisure? Diamond, delta, and parafoil are some of its types, with a box variant used by Lawrence.
Right?
Yeah, these are kites. Your next one. Which live-action miniseries from the Star Wars universe is a spin-off that follows the titular Jedi Master, played by Ewan McGregor, as he sets out to rescue the kidnapped Princess Leia from the Galactic Empire?
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Is right.
The only thing I could have gotten in this point. I'm glad.
Good for you. I think you fell on the right seat then. Your next one, Roti's three. Which caliphate was founded by Usman Dan Fodio in 1804 after defeating the Hausa in the Fulani War? Its 100-year reign saw it become the most populous empire in the Western Sahel until British and German conquests led to it being annexed into the Northern Nigeria Protectorate and Cameroon, respectively.
Igbo.
Not them. Nirmal?
Pass.
Ravi?
Pass.
Dinesh? This is a tough one. It's called the Sokoto Caliphate. Short-lived one. Your second, Roti. What TV character completes this list? The name of the talking bear created by Seth MacFarlane, the British company known for its guitar amplifiers, the first name of the star of Emily in Paris, America's favorite purple dinosaur.
Robin.
It is right. This was How I Met Your Mother. And your next, Roti. Identify the city from this transit card. Castel Sant'Angelo, which houses the mausoleum of Hadrian, features prominently on the right.
Rome.
Rome it is. Back to Nirmal. The Caucasus has a culinary conflict based on the origin and correct nomenclature for what dish made of rice, meat, or vegetables stuffed in cabbage or grape leaves. Popular across regions touched by the Ottomans, it is claimed by the Armenians who pronounce it with a T and the Azerbaijanis who pronounce it with a D.
Pass.
Passing to Ravi.
Dolmans.
Yeah, that's right. It is Dolma. Nice answer. Nirmal, you're next. What type of cannon, 4 letters, has the two voices set to be complementary and backwards to each other? It is named after an animal that can walk both forwards and backwards, although it's best known for its ability to walk sideways.
Crab.
Yeah, reference to crab walking. And your third, Nirmal. An invitation to Alexander McQueen's fashion show, The Man Who Knew Too Much, was inspired by which Saul Bass film poster?
This is what.
This is Vertigo, yeah. Ravi's 3. This painting by Anders Zorn depicts a couple performing what dance form? Popularized by the Viennese aristocracy, this stately ballroom dance is in 3x4 time.
Waltz.
Yeah, it is the waltz. And your second. What is the title of this parody by Urban Tandoor? It replaces the first word of the original song with the dish they're advertising, a mutton and lentil curry originating among the Parsi community.
Eat of the good cuisine, oh yeah. You can call, you can try. Take home the meal of your life.
I can play that again if you like. Yeah.
Oh gosh. Dancer Queen.
Is right. Yeah. Nice answer. The second, an area stretching from modern-day Chad to the White Nile was part of which sultanate founded in 1604 by Suleiman Solong. It existed in this form until 1916, when it was integrated into an Anglo-Egyptian condominium. It is today a region that has witnessed war for most part of the 21st century.
Darfur.
Is right, yeah. There was something called as the Darfur Sultanate. And Dinesh, identify the city from this transit card. In 1867, it came under the direct control of Britain as part of the Straits Settlements.
Jaipur.
Yeah. You're next. An element from which Saul Bass film poster was incorporated by the White Stripes in this single cover as a tribute to the legend.
They dial M for murder.
Not Dial M for murder. Nirmal,
Pass.
passing to Roti,
Nirmal Rajagopalan.
passing as well. Ravi,
Pass.
okay. Any non-comp guesses?
No.
This is the man with the golden arm, and that's what the original looked like. All right,
Don't think it's
continuing.
Hitchcock, no?
Sorry?
I don't.
Is this a Hitchcock movie?
I'm not sure. I don't think so.
I think Sinatra and Hitchcock.
Has very.
Oh,
Hitchcock
Sinatra, it says, yeah, has a Hitchcock vibe. You can look it up. Anyway, we will cut some of the parts.
Some musician, no? No.
No, it was Otto Preminger only. Okay, let's continue. Dinesh, you're next. Austria and Slovenia have been at arms about the origins of a pork sausage consisting of garlic and pepper. While the Slovenians refer to this dish as Kranjska klobasa, the Austrians call it a Krainer blank. Fill in the blank with a common appellation added to such dishes in Austria and Germany.
Worst?
Yeah, it is Wurst. Or to your rules. Which Japanese author, who is a mafioso in Yokohama in Bungo Stray Dogs, can transform his cape into a black beast named Rashomon that can cut through the fabric of space?
Kutagawa.
Yeah, Kutagawa it is. You're next. The Wiggle chair was designed by which North American architect? Seen here compared to the Dancing House in Prague, the author changed his surname from Goldberg amid concerns of anti-Semitism.
Theory.
Yeah. And your third. Authors Sarah M. Eden, Tracy Hunter Abramson, Esther Hatch, and Cyan Ann Bessie gather each week to discuss about books and writing in which podcast 7,3,5. Its title presumably stems from their motive to look for or discover a meaning that is implied rather than explicitly stated.
Uh, uh,
Few more seconds.
Search for truth.
Not Search for Truth. Nirmal?
Pass.
Passing to Dinesh.
Between the lines.
Between the Lines, yeah. A reference
Right.
to reading between the lines. Nirmal, your three. Ernst Ludwig Kirchner's Dancing Couple depicts what dance form? Deriving its name from the French for duck, it is now more associated with a chorus line.
Can.
Yeah. Which American author in Bungo Stray Dogs can bless his blood to take specific shape and burst forth as bullets? They manifest in the form of red letters. Do you have an answer?
Pass.
Passing to Rati.
Hawthorne.
Yeah, this is Hawthorne.
Oh.
And your third. Julius Neubrunner took this photograph of Dresden during the 1909 International Photographic Exhibition by strapping a camera to what creature? An apothecary by profession, he used these creatures to deliver prescriptions and began attaching cameras to them when he became curious about the routes they took.
Pigeon.
Yeah, it is the pigeon. And Ravi, back with you for the last round. Identify the city from this transit card. Opened in 1976, it is the fifth busiest heavy rail rapid transit system in North America.
Washington, D.C.
Yep. What cheese is aged for a minimum of 4 months before being sold, resulting in a tender, slightly crumbly curd with a snow-white color and an aroma of fresh seawater and yogurt? Greece fought with EU for over 20 years to claim itself as the originator of this food item, with the most authentic version found in Lesbos.
Feta.
Feta it is. And your last own. What TV character completes this list? The first name of Superman's long-time love interest, the subject of Monty Python's second film, the great ruler of Russia from 1682 to 1725, the first name of the actress who stars in Harry Met Sally and You've Got Mail. Actors with this first name include Hemsworth, Evans, and Pine.
I know
Who
A
is
to B,
missing?
but I don't know F.
Think.
Uh, Charlie.
Not Charlie. Nirmal?
Stewie.
Stewie is what he's called. This is the kid from Family Guy who was left out. And Dinesh, your owns. This painting by Antonio Cabral Bejarano depicts what dance form? A Spanish dance in 3x4 time that was popular in the late 18th and 19th centuries. It lends its name to a 1928 orchestral composition.
Bolero.
Yes. And your second. What type of canon, 6 letters, has only the leading voice annotated with the musical cues giving subtle hints to the lagging voice as to when to come in and what to sing? It is called thus because it requires solving the clues to sing along.
Puzzle.
Yeah, it's also called riddle or enigma, apparently. Few answers there. Which Russian author from the evil group Rats of the House of the Dead in Bungo Stray Dogs has the ability to use his overcoat to teleport objects? Any guesses, Dinesh?
Dostoevsky.
Not him. Nirmal?
Pass.
Roti?
Gogol.
Gogol is right, yeah.
What's the clue? Why Gogol?
The
The
overcoat.
overcoat is a work by him. Yeah. To your owns. In 1946, Clyde Holliday took the first ever photograph of Earth from space by strapping a customized newsreel camera to what specific entity? Launched from New Mexico, it was originally designed as a long-range weapon by its German inventor, who was brought to the US and eventually went on to design the Saturn V rocket.
V2.
Could you say that again?
The V2.
Yeah, is right. I couldn't hear you the first time, but I was pretty sure you said something close to that. V2 or A4 is accepted. That was a quad on aerial photography. Which live-action series from the Star Wars universe features the titular Jedi Padawan of Anakin Skywalker investigating an emerging threat to the galaxy? This spin-off saw Rosario Dawson reprising her role from The Mandalorian, whose name was chosen as a nod to an ancient emperor.
Ahsoka.
Yeah, I think that's 2 answers that Ravi has given away so far. And your last one. Which monotheistic religion that has roots in a pre-Zoroastrian faith worships a form of Seth called Shahid bin Jair, who was not born out of sibling marriage? Practiced primarily by the namesake ethnic Kurdish group, they believe God entrusted the world with 7 angels, including the most revered, Tawusi Melek.
Yeah, I'm not going to get it. I'll pass.
Passing to Nirmal.
Pass.
Ravi?
Yazidis.
Yeah, these are the Yazidis. Yeah,
That's all.
there's like another name for them. Apparently, they're also called the Sharfadan. Nirmal, your 3 and the last 3 questions of the packet. What is the title of this parody by Urban Tandoor? It replaces a part of the first word in the original song's title with a leaven flatbread often recommended with their dishes.
In my life, a little bit of chutney by my side, a little bit of raita's all I need, a little bit of keema's what I see.
Nanbo number 5.
That is right, yeah. Kudos to one of our setters who actually was following Urban Tandoor on Instagram and happened to find their posts. You're next. Which ethnic religion consider Adam, Seth, Noah, Shem, and John the Baptist to be prophets, with Adam being the founder and John being the greatest and final prophet? They thrived for over 2 millennia in modern-day Iraq after fleeing from the Jordan Valley, but persecution has led these adherents of Gnosticism to flee their homeland.
Pass.
Passing to Dinesh. Ravi?
Druze.
Not the Druze. And Roti?
Bora.
Not the Boras. This is a religion known as Mandaism or Sabaeans. Deep cut from that quote. And the last question, which American company uses capilli, a moisture-wicking fabric made primarily with recycled polyester, for its base layers and sweaters popular with hikers?
Patagonia.
And we will end with that. Great answers, folks. Well played.
Nice quiz. Thanks, sir.